all of us to value and treasure life. Because you can make not only a decision now, but what are you going to do in a couple of weeks? You might leave this room, hopefully you will, saying, I'm not going to drink and drive. Will that be the same case this summer or next fall? When there's an opportunity for a party and you need something or whatever you're doing and you say, oh, I'm in good control. We want this message, and as strong as it is, we hope it lasts with you for decades to come. And I want to introduce to you somebody I just found out was strong enough and willing to come here and has some amazing courage. He graduated from College Park High School 2 years ago. 2 years ago, he was sitting in these bleachers and heard in every 15 minutes program. And he was willing to come at the very end here and to share with you. This is Justin Marshall. And Justin, you had a lot happening. Tell me just quickly, when did things start? What began this incident in your life?
Well, I had the accident on the 5th of January.
And you went into the hospital. In fact, I know that the paramedics didn't think you were going to even make it. You thought you were going to be a DOA by the time you arrived there. Tell us a little bit about what led up to it. What were you doing?
I was just drinking and doing some other stuff with friends, and got in the car, and then thought since I was driving fine, like why not kind of just go a little bit faster, kind of show off a little bit or whatever. And then I don't remember the crash, and then I don't really remember the next 2 weeks in the hospital. And then I was in the hospital for like 66 days.
66 days at John Muir Hospital. And I understand that you were on Release Valley Road, and you careened off of it, smashed into an embankment. And what were the injuries that you sustained?
I had like brain damage. None of it's like permanent. It was just I hit my head really hard. I had a collapsed lung on my left side, broke a rib, fractured ribs, and then I had what they call internal decapitation, where my the ligaments pulled off of my head and my spine, and the two top bones of my spinal cord fractured off and dropped down. So the only thing holding my head to my body was just skin, arteries, and like a thin spinal cord that wasn't surrounded by bone anymore. And so they had to do surgery on that.
And the doctors didn't really expect you to live through the surgery.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty lucky to be alive, let alone not be paralyzed, because the surgery, they had to flip me over, and they thought that I could have easily just died when they had to flip me over, because they had to fuse the bones back together and all that. So right now I'm just going through the rehabilitation process, physical therapy, and all that.
Lots of that, and you did much of that in the hospital, and your parents, Pam and Bob, were there every single day, and you got to come home about a week and a half ago, right?
Yeah.
And I saw you in intensive care, and we were really worried.
Yeah.
And so thank you for fighting and getting through this. What would you say? What do you take away from this? What did you learn from this?
Not to just think. I mean, I just took away from it not to think that I was like invincible. Don't just think, okay. I mean, just because I had a little bit to drink, I'm fine to drive. I mean, I definitely learned my lesson the hard way. It was like. But yeah, I definitely think things a lot more.
Are you planning on drinking and driving again?
No.
Yeah. Stand up in front of you. This takes a lot of courage. And when I talked to him just the day before yesterday, and he said, I'm willing to do that. Because maybe somebody will make some right choices. Let's let him know how much we appreciate it.